After shutting down 857 porn websites, the government is now planning to play internet nanny by appointing an ombudsman to look into objectionable content on the internet and regulate what you access online. Sources have told India Today that this anti-porn ombudsman could be a retired Supreme Court judge or somebody from the civil society. The Department of Electronics and Information Technology wants to take the views of all stakeholders after the regulatory mechanism. Now, the government sources have also told India Today that the ban on 857 porn websites is temporary and that the sites were blocked in compliance with the Supreme Court order asking for measures to block websites dealing with child pornography. The government's porn ban has sparked big outrage and is being seen as an encroachment on the private space and liberty of citizens. This right to view whatever they chose in the confines of their home. All right, let's cut across to our in-house tech expert, Gaurav Upriti joins us. You know, Gaurav, the fact or not whether the internet needs to be governed, that debate can go on till the cows come home. But the question is, even with what the government had stated, the fact that it is done, that the 857 websites have been blocked because of child pornography. Well, child pornography was never public in any case. You couldn't access those websites in any case.
Absolutely. So, you know, just talk about numbers. So 857 website is nothing. It's hardly even a percent because if you look at the numbers, there are over 4.2 million websites all over the world. And if someone really wants to watch pornography, all he has to do is just Google it. Second, there are a number of ways in which a person can actually, you know, if he wants to watch pornography website, he can. There are proxy websites, there's peer-to-peer file transfer sharing. So clearly, technically, you can't because the law also states it's not a criminal offense. Right. And if you're talking about legalities and you talk about technically how they're going to do it, I think it's impossible. I don't think it's going to really serve any purpose because remember that US and China, they decide to go the same way and eventually realize that that's not the way to go about it, and then they limited their resources just child pornography, and that's about it because I think the way the government is going, absolutely I don't think it's going to make any difference.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Gaurav. What we're going to do is we're going to keep coming back to you and get more inputs on that story, but let's listen in to what Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad had to say on this particular ban, which has definitely not gone down well, especially where the civil society is concerned.
Well, no decision has been taken. As far as this is concerned, this is basically the Supreme Court observation, where it is pending for the last more than 2 years. Okay. Since the matter is sub judice, I would not like to make any comment. But basically, this decision has been occasioned basically because of Supreme Court observation.
All right, you just heard Ravi Shankar Prasad, but let's get our viewers up to speed with the very latest. Well, the government sources have told our channel that the ban on what is now on 857 porn sites is temporary and it will be removed soon. However, they are looking at one governing body, an ombudsman person who would be put in place to keep a check, would act on what can be called as an internet nanny. Let's cut across to our executive editor, Javed Ansari, who's joining us from the newsroom. He's going to give us a larger game plan. What is the blueprint that the government has to tackle the issue, which has now seen widespread protest? Javed, you've been speaking to people within the government. Clearly, the ban on 857 websites not gone down well at all. What is the government's next plan of action?
Well, the government is reviewing it, and if we can tell our viewers that Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, the minister, just spoke to my colleague Mr. Rahul Kanwar, and he says that the government's decision only pertains to child porn sites, not all adult sites. This is what Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad told Mr. Rahul Kanwar a while ago. Now, if that is the case, then perhaps the government realizes that this hasn't been a very popular move, and perhaps it's in the fitness of things for the government to come out and clarify its position.
You know, but Javed, the fact is that out of the 857 websites that have been banned, child pornography in any case is not accessible. Forget about India, but across the world. People who want access to child pornography will get access in any case.
Well, that may be the case, but the government has been disturbed over the fallout, over the kind of disquiet that is now evident across social media sites, and it's coming from various commentators as well. And that's a result of the fear that people have that perhaps this kind of clampdown is a precursor of things to come. They fear that their ability to make individual choices, that their freedom on the internet, on social media could also be under threat, and that's why you see a lot many more people voicing their opposition to such a move on the part of the government.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Javed. What we're going to do is we're going to keep coming back to you, but let's give our viewers perspective on the latest coming in. Clearly, the government facing massive fire from people from civil society, opposition on banning of 857 websites, some of them pornographic, is now mulling over the ban, saying that it is temporary and they're going to focus primarily only on websites which have child pornography in question. Well, the latest news break on that is that Ravi Shankar Prasad, just a short while back, told India Today, told our managing editor Rahul Kanwal that the government will withdraw ban on all porn websites that do not serve child pornography. Only child pornography sites will be banned. New notification is being issued as we speak by the Information and Technology Ministry. I want to cut across to Rahul Kanwal, our managing editor, who spoke to Ravi Shankar Prasad a short while back. You know, Rahul, it does seem that the government has thought this through, because if you look at it earlier on, out of the 857 websites, it wasn't that child pornography websites are actually accessible. So none of those were child pornography websites, because they are banned in any case.
It's a very tricky question. First, let me just tell you about the conversation with Ravi Shankar Prasad. I spoke to him a few minutes before this, and he says that a new notification has been issued by the Ministry of Information Technology, which will say that only those websites specifically show child pornography will be banned. And he says all those websites that don't show child pornography, for those sites the ban is being withdrawn. So that's the big breaking story. But and he also said that, you know, you're painting the government as being anti-liberal, you're painting it as being anti-pornography or anti-civil rights. He says that's not the case. We're doing this because we were reprimanded by the Supreme Court for our inability to act against pornographic websites, and that's why this decision has been taken. But the critical question, Preeti, is how do you decide which are the sites which show child pornography? Because on that list of 857 websites, there are several websites which show all kinds of pornographic material, including child pornography. So it's, obviously there are some websites which only have child pornography. Those are easy to ban. Those in any case are banned under the Indian law. The problem arises when you've got websites, and we obviously don't want to take any names, but when there are websites that serve all kind of material, including child pornography, several of which are on that list of 857. But he essentially made the point that the government is not anti-liberty, the government is not anti people deciding what they want to do or trying to play net nanny or try and determine what you do in the four walls of your bedroom. He says we are only going as per what the Supreme Court is asking us to do. We're not anti-internet freedom. At least that's the message the government is sending out by putting out this new notification.
You know, Rahul, how much do you think that this is a rethink in the face of raging protests?
They've obviously been hit hard by all the protests online and offline. The government has been the butt of a lot of ridicule and jokes, and frankly, given the amount of money that China spends on the Great Firewall of China, and that remains so porous, this is something that simply cannot be achieved. There'll be 1.5 million different ways that people will find of penetrating such a ban. Clearly the government, and given how much of a proponent the Prime Minister himself has been for internet freedom, this goes against the image that the government would like to portray. Clearly, they're trying to do damage control. They're also using the guise of what the Supreme Court has been saying. The Supreme Court, and it is correct, in previous hearings on this case, has been pulling up the government for its inability to act on child pornography. They're trying to now walk the middle path.
What's the blueprint? Is there going to be, like we said, an ombudsman, or will there be a body which will govern the net?
No, so we specifically spoke to him in the context of this whole brouhaha around child pornography, and he said that on that we will go very carefully. We will look at sites which are serving explicit child pornographic material, and those are the sites that will be taken down. He did accept though that this seems to have been a bit of an overreaction, where 857 websites have been taken down. Maybe they thought this through, maybe they didn't think this through, but they've been hit hard by the protests and the fury of the opposition. Therefore, they're now trying to indulge in some kind of damage control.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Rahul and Javed Ansari. Gentlemen, we're going to keep coming back to you for more details on that story. Well, it does seem that in the face of raging protests, the government has had a rethink, as spoken by Ravi Shankar Prasad to our managing editor, Rahul Kanwal. Well, the ban will be removed and only child pornography websites will now be banned. We're going to come back with